Right now, let's get a check on traffic with Jim at the Traffic Center. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Mike. You know, unlike yesterday afternoon, we're off to a great start so far on the roads, but there are a lot of events that are going to impact traffic, so let's start there. The Memorial Day Parade begins today at noon, stepping off, heading southbound on State Street from Lake, so State Street will be closed. You'll also see parking restrictions in effect in the loop, so be careful where you park this morning. Taking a live look outside at Lakeshore Drive. Lakeshore Drive okay right now, but that's going to change. That's a focal point of a lot of events, including a run today. The Soldier Field 10-mile run begins in about an hour at 7 a.m. That's going to close northbound Lakeshore Drive on the south end, 57th to 31st until 9 a.m. But the bigger closure that we're watching this weekend is Bike the Drive. That begins tomorrow, closing Lakeshore Drive in its entirety in both directions, 57th to Hollywood, 5:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. So again, a lot of events going on that will impact traffic this weekend. Lakeshore Drive certainly the focal point for most of those. I'm Jim Ryan with the latest in the Traffic Center. Sean?
Right now, let's get a check on traffic with Jim in the Traffic Center. Good morning, Jim.
Mike, good morning. In the overnight hours, we had a full closure of Lakeshore Drive for an accident, but everything has been cleared up there and crews are prepping for Bike to Drive. Take a live look at Lakeshore Drive. As you can see, closed in both directions. That closure, in effect, the entire length of Lakeshore Drive, 57th to Hollywood. Crews should have that open by 11 o'clock. And keep in mind, if you take any of the CTA buses that use Lakeshore Drive, the express routes, those will be rerouted off of Lakeshore Drive during this closure. Should open up on time because today at Wrigley Field, we have the Cubs home against the Phillies at 1:20. Also, just south of Wrigley in the Lakeview neighborhood, Belmont Sheffield Music Fest closes Sheffield from Roscoe to Belmont. Also some closures on side streets in that area. On the city's south side in Pilsen, the Mole de Mayo Festival closes 18th Ashland to Racine. Stevenson Expressway and the Ryan look good right now. Keep in mind, yesterday, travel along the lakefront slowed eastbound I-94 through Michigan City. That's the latest look at traffic. I'm Jim Ryan in the Traffic Center.
Taking another look at the Jane Addams. What a mess coming in from the northwest suburbs this morning. Jim Ryan is in Sky 5 with more. Hey there, Jim.
Hey, Kai, a mess is the perfect word for this. Two crashes on the eastbound side, about a quarter mile apart just west of Roselle Road in the construction zone. Both in the clearing stage, one on each shoulder. Nevertheless, this delay is awful on the eastbound side. Stretches almost all the way back to Elgin, continues all the way eastbound to Roselle. Gulf, Higgins, Algonquin, try something. It might save you some time here compared to the Jane Addams stall. Kai?
Jim Ryan is in Sky 5. He's got some information on a new roadwork project and a stage change today. Jim?
Kai, we're live over Southwest Suburban, McCook and Summit, where a construction project is in place to reconstruct bridges along northbound 1st Avenue between 47th and 55th. Last year they did the southbound side. This year they're doing the northbound side. This began last Thursday with closures on 1st Avenue itself. It continues today with more significant closures that affect the Stevenson Expressway. Starting later today, they're open for now, but at some point today, the ramps from both directions of I-55 to or from northbound 1st Avenue will be closed. So if you access or leave the Stevenson Expressway from 1st Avenue, the northbound side, later today you'll want to use Harlem Avenue instead. This project's scheduled to last through the fall. Kai?
All right, Jim, you did a great job explaining that. Thank you so much.
It's 5 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Jim Ryan here in the WGN Traffic Center. Take a look at the area downtown and keep in mind that CTA Green Line trains for most of rush hour had been running on delays on the Harlem Lakebound side. That was due to earlier mechanical problems. Everything is running on time now. We are watching a crash eastbound on 190 at Manheim. There you see your travel times for the Tri-State and Jane Addams. As for the Eisenhower Extension, watching a crash over it. That's in Itasca westbound on Thorndale involving two motorcycles. Cleanup and investigation liable to take some time there. Watching a crash eastbound on 88 at 355. As for your travel times, Kennedy Expressway under an hour out to O'Hare. Keep in mind you can follow us on Twitter at WGN Traffic for the latest traffic conditions.